Good morning, gang. Hope everybody's having or off to a good weekend. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day today. It's absolutely gorgeous out. It's going to be beautiful today and tomorrow. I'm like your local weatherman. I always got to give the weather report on the live feed. Let everybody know what's going down. But it's gorgeous out today. It's a great day to get out and do something fun. Go for a little adventure. Get the kids. Hop in the car and go somewhere fun. We're gonna do a little day trip again up the Hudson tomorrow and kind of hit a couple spots. I mapped out some lakes and a few spots on the river where we're gonna stop and do a little fishing, try and catch us a whale and have some fun, right? So it's a great time to get out, work on the house a little bit. All right, keep moving, keep positive, let things rock and roll. Good morning, Kenny P. Good morning, Colleen. Okay, great seeing everybody. Okay, it was really nice to see everybody yesterday. Yesterday we had our first outdoor class since we've been closed down, and it was really great to see everybody. And it was so nice to see everybody that everybody getting a little choked up. There was a couple tears shed, right? A couple of clients were getting all emotional, myself included, right? As it's been 3 months of the gym being closed, and it was, I just put a post on Instagram on my Instagram, but like the gym has always been, the gym is so much more than just working out and eating good. The gym, that's secondary, right? That might be the reason that a lot of people come to the gym. Hey, I need to start working out and I should probably eat a little bit better. But when people come to our gym, it becomes so much more than those things. It's a community, it's commitment, it's camaraderie, it's teamwork, it's a place of refuge, a place to better yourself, a judgment-free zone, right? All of those things that both sports and fitness, over the course of my lifetime at least, have given me, and I just try to give that back to everybody else. So, whether it's virtually or in person, we want everybody that connects with Varsity House to have the best hour of the day and spend 1 hour a day working on yourself in some way, shape, or form, whether it's on your nutrition, on your fitness, or just, hanging out with me like a wild man, right? We actually work out there. Yeah, exactly. Lance and I have solved more world issues in the 14 years we've been training. We've pretty much solved a bookload of world issues. So all right, so today we're gonna do a little, right? It's Saturday, so we get the Saturday pump going. We're gonna do a little shoulders and some arms today. So we're gonna do an overhead press progression and work our way through some different types of shoulder presses, and I'll give everybody some different perspective on those. We'll use some bands, we'll use some light dumbbells, and then we'll go heavy at the end. Then we're going to do some shoulder raises, but we're going to do some variations that maybe we haven't done or are a little bit less common. I'm going to show you an incline shoulder variation that I absolutely love. It's old school. It's like an old Arnold exercise, laying on the bench. So it's just a great way to, put the caps on those deltoids, right? And then we'll hit some arms. We'll do a little gun show, right? And get swole as F, okay? And pump up the guns and get ready for a great weekend and have some fun. So if you're ready to rock and roll, gang, let's get going, all right? It's Saturday, right? So we do 3 minutes on the clock on Saturdays, right? So we get our jump ropes out, start jumping jacks, right? Get ourselves moving and get ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's get the jump rope popping. Three minutes on the clock. Lock and load. Good. Nice job. All right. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. 3 minutes of work, and then it's Saturday swole. Let's go. Ready? Hit it. Oh, gonna start like that. Hey, who followed along with me yesterday? Anybody that did the 8:30, or I did it at 8 yesterday because I went a little earlier so I could get over to the off-site and set up, but my legs are smoked. That workout was hard. All right, Lance, if you're cutting, Lance, when I see you today, sorry, brother, I'm gonna make you do it, okay? My legs are absolutely smoked, and they feel like lead weights right now, jumping rope. So that was a tough one. So if you wanna, right, do a nice Saturday swole and then give yourself like a little burner, right, dial up yesterday's workout and do the opening section, right? Do the first part of that workout, do the kettlebell or swing squat complex, and that'll blow you up nice for the weekend. All right. My legs feel like sushi, right? Just quivering, cold and dead fish. Oh, there we go. Today I feel every ounce of my 240 pounds jumping up and down. Some days you feel nice and light on your feet. Some days you feel like you got lead feet. Today I feel like I have two dump trucks for legs. It's like boom, 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 boom. But that's okay, that's why we keep going. I'll push through. Once these things get warmed up, right, my big fat thighs, I got my mama's hips. Once they get warmed up, they get moving a little bit better. I go for a nice walk. I went for a nice walk last night too. That felt good. That helps recovery. I went for about an hour and a half or something like that. Been trying to walk a lot. It's great for stress. Been trying to hike a lot and just get out on the weekends. Yesterday I took the little guy in the woods again. I went fishing, but that went terribly wrong. He fell in a pricker bush, scratched himself all up, cried for an hour straight. He wasn't hurt or anything, he was just scared him because he, hurt himself a little bit. But he had like pricker scratches all over his legs. And that'll teach him, though. He won't do that again. Here we go. Come, pick them up. They're moving. They're moving. Oh, okay. Thank God that's over. All right, let's do our normal warm-up. Let's get some squats and lunges. Whoa. Oh yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just gotta get them moving. 8, 9, 10. Good, let's lunge that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So stand and warm up, right? Kick it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Leg curls. Up, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 more. 8. Good. Stretch it out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Switch. Back. Stretch the hip flexor. Tight. Bring it low. Good. Rotate. 5. Good. Okay, from here, let's get our hip work. Okay, let's do hip circles today. Forward hip circles. Let's get 10 aside. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 10. Good. We'll do our glute bridges. You can do them on the floor. I'm just going to do them on the bench just because I have it sitting here. So, alright. Show your feet. Drive your hips up. The bench gives you a little bit more range of motion. So I kind of dip down lower, push all the way up, right? Increases my range of motion more by doing that. And just another variation. It's good to mix it up. One more. Hold up tight. 5, 4. Hold those butts up. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lungs of steel. Okay. I'm going to sit here and do my windmills. I'm going to do a seated windmill. You could do a half kneeling windmill. All right. I'm just going to loosen up my shoulders. So let's start with our pec openers. Men especially, you know, because we have to bench press on Mondays, push-ups on Tuesdays, pull-ups on Wednesdays, right? You can go to most Globo gyms and kind of write out the programming for the week without ever having been there, right? Everybody bench presses on Monday, you know, does back and biceps on Tuesday, does shoulders and arms on Wednesday, back to chest on Thursday, you know, a little more shoulders, arms, traps on Friday, and then they tell themselves they were going to do legs, but they never do. Okay, let's raise them up. All right, so this is a seated or half kneeling. You could do this with Y. Now the goal here is to raise the arm up, push the shoulder blade, right? Because the shoulders, men especially, they get a lot of this, right? Women, it's just postural issues. But for men, it's got a lot of tightness in the pec, sitting at a desk, rounded shoulders, right? Things start, as we age, things do this, right? They shrink forward. Thumbs back, push back, reach up. Get that rib cage to open up. Big breath in. We'll have good posture. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Big windmill, circles. Oh, I'm gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna go to the half kneel. It's a better position to be in. Right. Rotate them around. Oh yeah. Look at that lack of shoulder mobility. Isn't that good? I need to hang a little bit. Great thing at home, like if you have a pull-up bar, you know, you can hang a little bit from the pull-up bar and loosen up those lats. That's really good for you. And you know, even if you have, even better would be if you have wrist straps for like lifting wrist straps. You loop up with the wrist straps and hang. That way you're not stressing the hell out of your forearm and your grip. And makes it a little bit more of a stretch, and that's just a great way to, you know, loosen up the lats. The lats and the pec muscles are mostly what pull your shoulders and shoulder girdle out of whack, okay? So let's just do our shoulder rolls. All right, and then we're gonna get started with a pump session. Fire it up. Good. Warm up the neck a little bit. The importance of warming up your neck is so critical. It's the most injured body part in the world. Is your neck. Almost everybody has some form of neck issues. Oh. Sometimes it's just good to stretch out here too. You feel like, you know, everybody's like this nowadays because of the cell phones, right? So all this gets real tight. Okay. Bulldog bite, right? Bottom teeth over the top teeth. Chin back. Shoulder blades back. Stretch all this out, all right? Last stretch, okay? Hand behind the back, hand on the head, down to the side. Stretch the trap, push the shoulder blade down, like that. Good, okay? Other way, right? Push down, pull, look down a little bit, right? So I feel that going all the way right from here, where everybody gets that, like, those tension headaches, right? And you should feel that running right from the back of the ear, what's called the occipital ridge, the back of the head, all the way down the trap if you're doing it right. So push the shoulder blade down, pull to the side, look down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's get to work. All right, so we're going to start off. So we've done this a bunch of times, and I'm going to do 2 band exercises to start off. I got my little orange micro band, and I just ordered like literally dozens and dozens of them, all new bands for the gym. I got tons of new gear coming. I can't wait to see everybody. This place is going to be popping, and we got a great, you know, myself, Mike, Adam, Dan, Sean, Simone. We've all kind of sat down together and put together some really great programming for our group classes too, you know, to help people social distance, 1, but 2, to just continue to deliver some serious badassery. All right, so let's go. Here's what we got. Okay, so we're going to start off with a bandit 30-30. So I'm going to stand in my band. Actually, I need a stopwatch. So I need a stopwatch to do a 30-30. Okay? All right, so bandit 30-30. I'm going to step inside the band, create the square. I'm here. I'm just pressing, right? It's 30 seconds of pressing, and then a 30-second hold. What's nice about this band is it's incredibly light, right? But it's different resistance than dead weight dumbbell. Because the band has kinetic energy and is actively pulling, this band actually gets very hard. I'm holding that overhead position, the band is pulling, whereas a dumbbell, when I lock it out, it's almost like it's weightless in a sense, okay? So 1 minute, okay? We'll do this twice, all right? 30 seconds of pressing, go. All right, press them out. If you want to make it a little harder, grab a red band, but trust me, you really don't need it. And this is just a warm-up. So the goal is to get that head through, lock the arms out all the way, push up as high as you can. Okay, 10 seconds, and then we'll hold. 5, 3, 2, 1, and press and hold. Tight core. Glutes tight, right? Don't arch your back and lean back. You want to stay nice and straight. Hold it up overhead. Good position. Head neutral forward and back, right? I'm not leaning in. I'm not leaning back. I got a good neutral spine. 10 seconds. I mean, my arms are on fire. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Time. Much harder than it looks, even with this tiny little band, okay? So we'll do 2 rounds of the 30-30. Good. Okay, not bad. You know, there's a lots of different, you know, as you go down the road of fitness, you know, most people come in and looking for, like, you know, a boot camp, they're looking for a workout. They're looking to come out covered in sweat and gotten their asses kicked. And that's part of what we do, right? That's part of it. But my real goal, my real goal is to teach people how to fall in love with the process of self-betterment, right? And that's constantly trying to work on anything. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. But if you've been following along with me and you've been a member here for years, I'm sure you have. I could take you on a journey of things that Coach Joe has worked on and tried to get better at, and I'm always trying to do something, right? So whether it's, you know, whether it was a stint trying to run, whether it was, you know, trying to break a world record on the ski erg, whether it was, you know, trying to squat 550 pounds, whether it's, you know, trying to do 50 pull-ups, right? Hold 15 seconds, oh, it's burning. Right, whatever it is, there's always something to get better at, right? You know, it could be a mobility goal. It could be just a longevity goal where, hey, you know, for the next 30, 60, 90 days, I'm going to eat super clean. I'm going to, you know, lay off the booze, whatever it might be. Okay. Okay, so let's start off. We did a 30-30. I'm gonna do a half kneeling press with the band, okay? And now we've done the half kneeling press a bunch of times, but again, if you have a band at home, it's just another good variation. Now I'm going to show you a little bit, even more of a variation. When we press here, you know, if you've been coming here to the gym for, you know, for 14 years, we've been telling people to keep it in parallel. And the reason is that because that's going to put a lot less stress on your shoulder. But sometimes, from an aesthetic standpoint, and from just a change of pace, variation standpoint, you'll see me pressing out here, and the same thing goes for bench pressing, right? We always tell people to bench press in here, right? But a lot of times I'll do it, and you'll see me doing it, pressing out. Why? Different angle, different muscle sequence of firing, right? Different motor neuromuscular control, right? And just therefore change and variable, you know, resistance. Okay, so again, I'm going to kneel on my band. I'm going to get my arm way out to the side, right? So I'm going to parallel press. So if you don't have a band at home, that's okay. Just use your light dumbbell, right? Go a little lighter, and I'm going to press, right? And I'm going to keep that arm out at a 90-degree angle instead of where I would normally be, which would be here. Okay. Now I'm just kneeling on the band. Ooh, that's a good one. That gets it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Okay. Nobody wants flabby muscles, man. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jersey opens up Monday for outdoor dining. Who's got reservations booked? Anybody? 4, 5, 2. Good. Okay, good. In between, let's do some band pull-aparts. You could do some isometric pull-aparts if you don't have a band, right? You're doing them with your towel. You do isometric pulls. Okay. 7, 9, 10. 5. Good. I'm going to do 2 sets of each of these. So I'm going to go one more time on the half kneeling press. All right. And do. Okay. One more. Now with the band, what's cool about the band is that resistance was a little bit light. Oops, I'm on the wrong side. So I'll just kneel on a little more band, so I have, you know, more tension, and I can, you know, instantly increase the tension on there. Okay, so let's go. All right, let's do one more round. Good. Okay, switch sides. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm making reservations somewhere. 7, 8. If there's still any left. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Okay. Pull apart. 10, 5 more. Good, okay. Woo. That's a good start, right? That's a good start. Jess, how are you? Okay, who we got with us today? Nancy. Okay, nice to see everybody. Michelle, how are you? Thanks for coming yesterday. Jake, you too, buddy. Thanks for coming. Okay, Jerry. Nice to see you, pal. Jerry, I hope you're open, buddy. Okay, let me know. We'll send the crew over. We'll come by for some suds. Okay, oh, I just crushed my stopwatch. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, so our next variation, again, I'm going to use the band. And, oh, actually, I'm sorry, I'm not using the band for this one. I'm going to get my incline bench. You can do these seated. I actually like doing these. You know what? Let's get rid of the incline. Let's do them seated. Most people don't have the luxury of having an incline bench. They're both 25 pounds, but they're 2 different types of dumbbells. All right, so next exercise, pressing exercise, is called an Arnold press, right? Named after you know who. Okay, so Arnold, you know, used to love doing these. So they named it after him, right? And it's kind of just another fun variation. But if you do it without the back of the seat up, okay, you got to keep the core real tight, and again, you got to watch overarching your back. So if you have any back issues, I definitely recommend supporting your back, okay? So the auto press looks like this, right? I'm gonna get the dumbbells up in front of me, right? And they're in, like in my chin. And then I'm gonna come out, press, bring them down, turn them back in, right? So it's 1, like that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Good, not bad. We're just gonna do straight sets here today. All right, so we're taking it slow today, just working on some muscular work and trying out a couple different things that you maybe haven't done or haven't done in a long time or have never done. All right, so you want to rest up a little bit in between and make sure that you're doing the exercises properly. I'm resting about, I'm just counting in my head, but I'm resting about 35 seconds or so. All right, let's go. Round 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. These are hard. These are hard after a week of training too. All right, so I hope everybody's sticking with their plans. All right, we're getting ready to rock and roll here. As soon as we get back up and running, I want to see some goals. I want to see some, some commitments from our community as to what you're going to do to get back, improve, fix, right? Change. If you've been home having the COVID, 15 in a sense, and eating kind of like crap and being off your game, well, it's time to hop back on the horse and get rolling here. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 10. Good. All right. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. I'm gonna grab a little heavier dumbbell and ready for this next one. And the next one we're gonna do is gonna be a push press. So with the push press, what's great is I'm gonna use a little bit of my leg drive, right? And I'm gonna use my legs to give it a little kind of push, right? Now push press, stems from the Olympic lifts, right? The clean and press, right? So, I'm gonna clean the weight up off the floor. You'll see these in the Olympics. And then they're gonna drive and split, push the weight up overhead. All right, so here in the gym, a safer variation that is using a dumbbell. We're gonna do just a nice little push press with a dumbbell. And I'm gonna use a 40-pound dumbbell, so I'll get 6 aside, I think, 6 to 8. I mean, it's not overly heavy, but again, the push press is usually done for power and pop. All right, it's not for pump. Okay, even though it's Saturday small, and we're working on pump, we want to finish our pressing with a little power. All right, so I'm gonna get my dumbbell up, my back foot's back. Okay, the same arm that I'm using is the back leg, and I'm gonna bend a little bit, right? And I'm gonna bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Good. 5. 1 more. 6. Good. Switch it up. Switch legs. Use it. Bend them, right? I'm creating that little heave, that little push. 2 more. 1 more. Good. That's it. Nice job. All right. So that's a good way to, push out a heavier weight. Now, I wouldn't take that 40 and do a real strict press, right? That's going to be heavy. So, but with the push press, you can actually, push some good weight here. Like Big Mike, push press is like 400 pounds or some shit. Something wild. Something wild. Alright, big Mike is strong. Strong like bull. Alright, let's go, round two. I'll start on the left side this time. Brace, right, always with the brace. Load, push. Load, push. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 8. Ready, set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, okay. Just 2 sets, yeah. That's good. So there's a couple good press variations for you. Alright, try the bandit half kneeling press. Alright, do Arnold presses. Do them light and slow to start, gang. And then if you want to add a little power to your routine, a push press is a great variation that not only works your shoulders and arms really well, but also builds up a tremendous amount of core strength because of the offset nature of the weight, the overhead nature of press, and so forth. Great way for developing a very strong core, okay? All right, so let's go to some side raises and laterals and things like that. And I'll show you again, I'll show you a couple variations. So the first one I'm gonna do, and we've definitely done this before several times in the gym, but this is one of my go-tos, and I call it a frame pull apart. I don't know if it actually has a name. All right, I just made it up. Okay, so frame pull apart is what we've always called it here at the gym. And I'm gonna make the square, I'm gonna stand inside, and what this is I got about, maybe about 8 inches between my hands, and I'm gonna lift it up in front of me, and then do a pull apart. So it's like combining a front raise and a band pull apart together in one exercise. All right, let's get 2 rounds of 10. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there you go. Hey. Good. Step on it. Create the frame. Get my grip again. Head up, chest up. All right, let's go. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good. All right, good. That's frame pull apart. Love that one. That's one of my go-to. All right, we're gonna go now. All right, to a incline side raise. This looks like I'm gonna turn my back sideways. I'm gonna grab a super light weight. Start super light. So I literally have a 5-pound weight here. And this is like an old school bodybuilding exercise, right? You can sit on the bench, you can lean on the bench. And what this does is it makes it incredibly hard to cheat any reps, right? So I'm gonna lock in here, okay? And I'm gonna lift straight out to the side. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just tap the hip, bring it up a little ear height, and back down. And basically I'm trying to keep the muscle in a range of contraction without putting it down, okay? And staying under tension the whole time. And that makes it kind of hard. So there's a couple ways that you can sit. So you want to get nice and sideways. You can fold the arm like this if it's more comfortable. I kind of like holding it up so it gives me a little more balance. I don't know, it's just the way I've always done it, right? It's how Otto used to do it, so that's how I did it. Okay, got it. All right, and then we're gonna sit sideways on the bench. Now the one thing you don't want to do is turn so you're like this, right? You want to be totally sideways. And I'm gonna line up, right? I'm lining up my ear, my shoulder, and the dumbbell, and then it's just 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. It's a tough little movement, right? It's not easy. I'm going to go this way. You can stare at the back. All right? And the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Nice and straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now I'm only using a 5-pound dumbbell. I'm having a, I'm getting a good pump. It's not incredibly hard, but this is one of those exercises you don't actually want to be that hard because your form can really suffer badly, and then it's not doing anything. So this is, again, what Arnold always talked about, and with guys like Ben Pakulski. If you really want to get into some high-end thought process when it comes to, training, check out Ben Pakulski. I'll post some of his stuff in the group, but he's gotten himself pretty famous over the years for coaching some of the best bodybuilders and lifters in the world. And his whole thing is building a very strong mind-muscle connection to where you're focusing intently on the muscles that you're trying to contract, and therefore need very little weight, but getting peak contraction, right? So again, sit in. 1, 2. Think about those shoulders contracting. 3, 4. You have to visualize. 5, 6. Like Arnold said, I would visualize my biceps being like mountains in the groin. Let's go. We're only doing 2 sets. Push on. Don't let the form tank. Oh, cool. That was hard. Make it tough. All right? Arms screaming. Arms screaming. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, good, good. All right. Okay, so that's your incline side raise. Great way of keeping tension. My arms are small. Great way for keeping tension on that deltoid muscle throughout a range of motion, right? Again, a lot of what happens with a side raise is people start in front, no tension, come way back, right, and strain the rotator cuffs and back and things like that. You want to do a side raise standing proper. Come from the side of the hips, bring it out just slightly in front of you with the thumbs down, right? Slow, controlled tension. Again, for me, I usually use 10s. So I see guys in the gym ripping 25s, right? And, heaving and swinging. That's not doing anything, okay? All right, so let's go to another variation here on the incline still. And I'm gonna lean it forward a little bit. And I would normally use a little bit heavier weight here, but since I didn't bring one out, I'm going to just stick with my 5 and make it burn. Now, with this one, look at my position here. All right, this is another Ben Pakulski special, right? So I got one leg on the bench, one leg off the bench, okay? And then I'm leaning over here. Now, if you don't have an incline bench, that's totally okay. You can lean on a couch, kind of like this, all right? And just lean over the side of your couch. Okay, but what I'm doing, I'm laying on here, my pecs and chest are on the bench, but I'm kind of rotating a little sideways. And what I'm gonna do here is the same type of thing. I'm just getting a different angle, and my palm's gonna face in, right? Meaning it's facing this way, okay? And when I come out, it's gonna be facing the ground. And when I start, I just keep going until my deltoid feels like it's going to explode. And you could usually go a little bit heavier here. I would do 8 to 10, no problem here. So this 5 is a little light, but I'm just going to get extra reps. And I'm just going to do 2 sets. So I'm just going to go until it feels like it's slow. Good form now. I'm lifting with the shoulder. I'm not using momentum. I'm thinking about those shoulder muscles contracting. It's coming to an end. Good, okay? Switch over, right? Left. Tuck your hip. Get to this position. Bring this leg. This is my this is my base, right? This is what's keeping me stable. And then same thing opposite side. Again, the idea of these movements, and I'm going to show you one more. The idea of these movements is to keep tension on the muscle the whole time. A lot of people do exercises where tension decreases at both the bottom and top of movements, right? And, you know, if you're powerlifting or training for explosive power, like for sport, that's a necessity, right? The sport goes from, you know, dead stop movements to explosive movements, and it's usually a mixture between start and stop and or acceleration, deceleration, change of direction. Good. Okay, but specifically for building muscle, right, and for hypertrophy, a great technique is constant tension, right? Constant tension, right? And you can do that with any movement, but it requires you to slow it down. And well, first thing it requires you to do is check your ego and put your ego in the closet, right? Because you go from being able to press 100-pound dumbbells to 50-pound dumbbells, right? So if you're a female and you're used to grabbing, like, and you're strong, and you're used to grabbing like 25, 30-pound dumbbells to do chest presses, well, I'm gonna give you a set of 15s, and we're gonna go slow. And right when we get to that bottom where the tension starts to subside, we're gonna press it out, we're gonna squeeze, and I'm gonna press those dumbbells together so I get max contraction at the top, and it's constant movement, and you will be on fire, right? On fire in a few reps, okay? Fuego! All right, let's go. Ready? I'm fired up today. I had the super big gulp of coffee. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna run circles around this place for the next 3 hours. Oh, that's it. Doesn't take much. If the tension is there and the concentration is squeezing. Come on, deltoids, grow. Oh, that's it. Once I feel like it's burning like crazy, but once I feel like I'm either starting to heave, swing, or my form starting to tank, that's when it's over. Good. Oh, good. Okay. All right. I'm going to raise that bench up. All right. I'm going to show you one more variation. I'm not going to go through it because I want to save some time and get to some guns. All right. But if you have an incline bencher, this could be done easily with a doorway or some type of cabinet or anything that you can hold on to. All right. And this is a leaning side raise. This is very common. You would see this in gyms all over. See how I'm leaning to the side? It's the same thing. Because I'm leaning, right, as I lift the arm up, I have to keep the deltoid in tension. So you grab the whole of a couch, a bench, or a cabinet, and face sideways. You can put a leg up, I usually do, right? And I'm leaning to the side, and then it's just the same thing, right? Just with an increased range of motion from those other two movements that I showed you today. So those are some great variations to add to your shoulder routine, right, that you might not have ever done or have, you know, shelved for a whole bunch of years and need a little reminder to pull them back out of the crate, okay? So if you're like an OG meathead like myself, who used to spend hours reading, you know, Muscular Development and Flex Magazine and all those OG magazines from, you know, the 80s and so forth. I used to have stacks of them from the 70s, the old ones, the old power magazines and stuff like that. And I'm really into the, let's call it the history of strength, right? And you know, some of the old books and bodybuilders and such, you know, those techniques that they used back then in the 60s and 70s still work today, right? Those guys were jacked, right? Arnold, Sergio, Olivier, right? Mike Menser, Mike Katz, right? Serge Nubret, right? So these guys, you know, were all born you know, long time ago in the 50s and 60s, and they all competed in the 50s and 60s rather, and they would jack the hell back then. So something for them, right? And don't tell me it was just because of steroids, because those guys didn't have half the crap that people today have, and they were still just a jack and looked a lot better too, in my opinion. All right. Okay, so let's do some guns. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some dumbbells, and I'm just gonna do a seated hammer curl, and then I'm gonna drop my bench down, and we're gonna do some skull crushes. So just two variations that we've done a bunch of times to get our base pump going. All right, so hammer curl. Good. Drop the bench. You can do skulls on an incline. In fact, let's do that just to give you another variation, right? So if you have an incline bench at home, you can incline, right? I like to put my legs up, and I'll do a skull crush, and it changes the angle on the tricep so that the focus of the tension, weight and load, is more towards the elbow than towards the meat of the tricep. So this is a really good variation for guys that are trying to build up a bench press, right? Because it limits the range of motion, and you got to push out of that angle, and that causes a lot of tension. That causes a lot of tension near and around the elbow, as opposed to when I'm laying flat and I can bring the arm back more. That's going to put more of the tension here in the meat of the tricep. Okay. So again, all these little angle changes are variations at home that you could do. Maybe if you've done that before, decline the bench. That's another one too. That'll burn you real up. That'll get you more in the lats. That brings the focus down even further from the tricep lat connection. Okay, that's why I like doing pullovers. Pullovers gives you a ton of lower tricep lat connection. All right, let's go again. Hammers. Good. Control here, so but bring the head of the dumbbells right to the top of the shoulders. Press them out. Oh, all right, good. Those are tough. 2 sets there. I love those. All right, I'm going to do some bandit curls and kickbacks. And that's it for today, gang. We got a good workout. My focus today is cardio. So I like to get a good pump in the morning and get my cardio. So I got a 2,500 meter ski or row. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. And a 5,000 meter bike today. All right, so about all in, it's about 10 minutes each, maybe a little bit less on each one, right? 2,500 meters on the skier bike, or a rower rather, takes you about 9 to 10 minutes. And then 2,500 meters, 5,000 meters on the bike takes about 10 minutes, right? So, but I'm trying to push my cardio at about 80, 85%. So, you know, pretty tough go for a relatively short period of time, okay? So, like everybody at home, you know, I get a lot of people that say, oh, I hate running. Well, don't run far. Run for 10 minutes, right? If you ran 5 minutes hard, it's going to be the same as running for 20 minutes but slow. All right, let's go. Curls. 6, 9, 8, 9, 10. Good. We'll take it. I'm going to do kickback. Right? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We get one more. What are some things you'd like to see next week, gang? Right? I'm gonna bring you guys some fun core stuff. Maybe do some different core stuff on Monday. I was thinking about doing like a whole episode on the core and core training. If that's something you like, you know, chime in, let me know. If there's something else you like maybe it's buns and guns with Coach Joe, right? Maybe it's, you know, fabulous thighs, you know, something like that, okay? But whatever it is, let me know. So if you have suggestions for training, you know, in the group, please put them in, let me know. You know, give us some ideas of what you'd like to see, right? If there's something we're missing. I know some people have requested more flexibility, mobility stuff. Definitely gonna do that, right? I have a bunch of videos from Zazu that I have to load up. Sorry, Zazu, I've been a little slow on that, but Zazu's given us a bunch more movement minutes, and I'll get those loaded up this weekend. Don't forget to go to the Week of Wellness webpage, right? VarsityHouseFitness.com/Week of Wellness, and there's a lot more stuff in there than just these live feeds. Okay? That's it for me, gang. That was a great week of training. And I got a nice arm pump. I'm gonna go hit my cardio. And then I'm gonna get outside and do some fun stuff today. And I'm gonna go for a nice hike. And I'm gonna get outside, I'm gonna clear my brain, right? And I'm gonna work work on getting my mind right over the weekend. Thanks so much for another great week of training. Thanks for everybody who tunes in. And don't forget, next weekend is our Michael Laviola Strongman Ruck March, right? So if you haven't had a chance to register yet, please go on to the the post that we put in the group. I'll make sure it's at the top of the group again. It's in the announcements though, but you can click on that link. It's charity at Varsity House Gym /strong, and but you'll see it there in the link. And register and donate a couple bucks if you can. And if you've been a sponsor in the past, I understand that we're not having the event here, and maybe it's not, you're not going to donate your full sponsorship, but if you could put something in, that'd be really, really great, and at least give us a chance to raise some money for a great cause and help pay for a couple kids' scholarship funds and raise money for pediatric cancer. So have a great weekend, everybody. See you soon.